It is no surprise that the martial arts is becoming one of the fastest growing activities to get involved in. And there's lots of reasons why. I mean, with all the physical, mental, and practical benefits that it has with training, I can understand if you are thinking about dipping your toes in and jumping in that martial arts pool. But if you're thinking that maybe you don't have the time to invest into traveling to and from classes several times a week, or maybe you're thinking that you don't have the resources to invest in tuition because it can get kind of pricey at a good quality school. You may also have health concerns about COVID and maybe training around lots of people. I completely understand. And don't worry, there is another way. You might be thinking, can I learn martial arts at home by myself? Well, the answer is yes. And in this video, I'm going to go over 3 tips that are going to help you jump into that pool and have fun with martial arts. I know what you're thinking. You mean I don't need a martial arts school to train in the martial arts?
Did I just hear him say he don't need a martial arts school? Did I just hear that?
No, I did not say that. Okay, a quick disclaimer, because it needs to be said. There is no substitute, I repeat, no substitute for a good quality martial arts school. You cannot beat that type of immediate feedback on technique to technique while you're at a school with an instructor. You just can't beat it. They're going to push you, they're going to be there for you, and they're going to be able to make those micro adjustments that are going to help you build that repetition so you can build skill faster. What this is going to help you do is get involved in the martial arts before you invest all the time, money, effort, and energy into getting to a martial arts school. This is going to teach you the basics, and it's going to help you solidify a foundation of that passion for the martial arts that I hope you get right here. So if you are wanting to jump in, I have 3 tips for you that'll help you get started. So now we have that out of the way, let's move on to tip number 1. Alrighty, so tip number 1 is you are going to have to find a guide. That's right, a guide. And I'm not talking about a book like the ancient Chinese scrolls that you come out and, no. I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is like Obi-Wan Kenobi or Yoda, Morpheus, or that funny guy with the hat in Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter. That guy. You are going to have a guide to show you along the path what step to take next, what you want to learn next. This is the points that you need to have while developing this. If you have a guide, you'll be able to see inside of the mind of an instructor of what we look for on each and every single technique, so that way you are not developing bad habits, because it's really hard to unlearn a bad habit. So finding a guide is going to help you. Now, a guide will not replace a good quality instructor, but it'll help you along your path. And that's what you're trying to do. Without a guide, you're going to be wandering aimlessly into the desert and you will get lost. And I don't want that to happen. When you get lost, you will get frustrated. When you get frustrated, you won't practice. When you won't practice, you're done. You're not gonna progress. So I want you to always be making that next step forward. And the only way you know how to make that next step is with a guide. Now, a shameless plug, if I may, I have a guide for you. That's right. If you are looking to get started into martial arts and have no clue what to do, don't worry, I got your back. I have a 6-week course inside of this YouTube channel, and I'm going to put the link right in the description. So if you want to, it's going to cost you the low cost of a like and a subscribe. Just hit those like and subscribe buttons and boom, jump on in, and I hope to see you in my class. Alrighty, tip number 2. Tip number 2 is really simple. Along your path of becoming a super awesome ninja, you are gonna need some equipment. Yes, some equipment. Now, I don't mean all the crazy equipment that we have in a martial arts school. It can get a little crazy.
Seriously, we have too much stuff.
But you are going to need some equipment, and one of the key pieces of equipment that I suggest you getting is something called a freestanding heavy bag. Now, I do a review on several different heavy bags and which ones to get. So if you're interested, check out the description for that link. Go to that video. I might put it up in the card up there. Check it out because it's going to give you some good input on what a heavy bag, what things in a heavy bag that you are looking for that you are going to need. Okay? Well, here I have a Century 2XL Wavemaster, and no, I am not sponsored by Century, but Century, if you're interested, give me a call. Just saying. This is a freestanding heavy bag. It is filled, the base is filled with water. You can also put sand in it and it makes it really heavy. The reason why a good tool like a heavy bag is important because as you hit, it gives you good feedback. Right? You need to have that feedback when you're hitting. And also too, as you're training, you're going to want to throw down. And honestly, you need to have that feedback. If you are throwing punches full out in the air, and maybe you have the wrong technique and you hit a heavy bag with that, ow, it's going to give you the instant feedback that you need to make that adjustment so you don't hurt yourself. This is soft, it's squishy, it's not going to break you, but it will let you know. And another piece of equipment that you are probably going to want to get, especially if you're going to be repeatedly beaten on this thing over and over and over and over again, because let's face it, repetition is a mother of skill, and raw, bruised, bloody knuckles. So you're going to want to get a pair of boxing gloves. Yes, you're going to want to have a good pair of gloves. Now you can have the full cover boxing gloves, which give you excellent support on your wrists, as well as protecting your hands. Or you can get the fingerless gloves that are kind of like the MMA, UFC type gloves. Absolutely, you can get those. Good support, but you're gonna wanna have something to protect your hands as you're repeatedly Hulk smashing your way to ninja awesomeness. So, get a pair of good boxing gloves. Yeah. And hey, if you are getting good value out of this video, if you wouldn't mind, smash that like button and give me a good subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified of all the videos that we have coming out because they are going to be awesome. And please stick around for the end of the video for the big question, which is really just a question that I put big in front of. And it's just there so I can get your questions so I can then later answer those questions in another video. So I hope you stick around. See ya. And tip number 3 is going to be to get a schedule, a plan, because a goal without a plan is just a wish. That's right. You heard it right. A goal without a plan is just a wish. If you don't set up a good training schedule, a plan, you won't do it. You will always put it off. I have to tell you, I do the same thing all the time. I have to put it into my schedule in order for me to train. If I don't do that, I don't train. Consistency is the key. You have to train consistently to be able to make that progress towards the next step in your goal. If you're not training consistently, you're gonna get lost. You're gonna forget things. It's natural, it's totally common, but I don't want that to happen to you. So if you need a training schedule, don't worry, I got your back. If you go to themartialartsedge.com, I'm gonna have a free PDF that you can download and print out, and that will be your training schedule. You can write on it, write your goals in there. It will be awesome, and it's free just for you. Now, getting through all of this, I have a question for you. That's right, this is the big question. So the big question for you today is, what do you want to learn about martial arts? Martial arts can be a crazy, exciting, interesting, and filled with a whole bunch of fluff path that is hard to navigate in. And I want to be able to help you answer the most important questions that you have. Hey, how do you throw a punch? How do you make a fist? How do you do a kick? Hey, how do you tie a belt? Do I need this fancy pajama uniform? I want to be able to answer all the questions you have. So in the comments below, write your question. I'll be sure to get back to you. I'll even do a video on some of them. If there's a really good one that I can make into a series, boom, I will be happy to do it. So please, 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 if you can, hit that like if you found value in this video. And if you want, please subscribe, hit that bell. I'm going to be doing lots of videos on martial arts, answering the questions that you guys have for me. And I hope that you will take me up and jump into one of those 6-week courses. It's a basic martial arts course. It's going to be fun. It's going to be one of the playlists in here. And it's here to serve you so you can get the edge in life through martial arts training. Again, my name is Larry. I'm super excited you're here, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.